This is Jason City here with yet another tutorial. Today's tutorial we shall feature the setting up of remote desktop, and then after we set up remote desktop, what we shall do is we shall take our XP client, part of the same domain, and we shall log in to our server. So what we shall do is firstly we shall go to our server, go to server manager, and from the server manager here you can see remote desktop has been disabled. So you can go to configure remote desktop, and here we're gonna select the second option for the purpose of this tutorial, say OK, and here we can select the users. Now by default, members of the administrative groups can automatically, well, not automatically, they can log in into this PC via remote desktop. So what we shall do, we shall enhance our security policy and edit this group out. We want a standard user to access remote desktop to our server. So you shall go to add, you shall go to advanced and final, and we shall use user 1. So okay, and now once it is on the line, so okay here. Okay, so our user 1, say okay, apply, and okay. So we're gonna close this for now. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to start administrative tool, local security policy, and we're gonna change, edit, enhance our security, because when you turn on remote desktop, you're actually exposing yourself to a lot of external attacks. So we're gonna enhance our login policy. So first thing we shall do is go to our local policies, and then we shall go to user rights assignments, and we shall go to allow login through terminal services. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove this group of administrators, because this group of administrators by default has rights to log in remotely. So we're going to remove this group, and what we're going to do, we're going to add a user that we add before, user 1. So you're going to just add user 1, alright, apply, and okay. And then next thing we will want to do, we will want to change our account policies. So you're gonna edit our account lockout policies. So you want to enhance the security measures, so we'll go to account lockout threshold, and we shall carry this up to 2. Now having 0 here, that means there's no lockout policy. So what we're telling the computer here to do is, after 2 incorrect login attempts, we shall lock out the account. So you say apply, and by default what comes up here is the account lockout duration, which should be 30 minutes by default, and you reset account lockout counter after 30 minutes the account will be done. For the purpose of this tutorial, now you could go here, you could double click here, and you could change your lockout duration and your reset account lockout to whatever duration you would like, but for this tutorial we shall leave it at 30 minutes. Okay, so we have just changed, just recapping what we did so far, we have just changed our account policy, account lockout policy, we have just changed our local policy, and we have turned on remote desktop users. So what we shall do now is go to our XP client, and we shall log in as the user 1. So now we're in here as to our XP client, and we have logged in as user 1. Let's illustrate that. Alright, so we're logged in here as user 1, and what we're gonna do, we are gonna remote desktop to our server. So you're gonna go to all programs, accessories, gonna remote desktop connection, and you can remote desktop via your name. The name of our server is server 2008, or via IP address. So you can click on connect here, and it will ask you for the user credentials, or via IP address 192.168.0.1. Click connect, and you say log on, and now it will access our credentials. Now we cannot log in here as the administrator, because remember we took administrator out of that grouping. So we shall go to switch users, add a user, and we shall log into Jason lab, and our user account shall be user1 and password right. So now we are in our Windows Server 2008, and we are in via our XP machine. So we have just remote desktop. So if you come here, and we are in here as user 1, so we can go to administrative tools, and it's just as though we are actually at the server. Alright, and this is our administrative tool listing, and we are in here. Okay, so we do here is we log off. You can also enhance the security for this remote desktop logon by other ways. You could go to your firewall settings. So you could go to your control panel and go to your firewall, and you can go to allow programs through, and you could go to your exception list, and you could change your port, or even you could specify the. So you could go to your remote desktop, I like your remote desktop, and you could go to properties, and you could go to add port, and you can actually change your port number. By default your port number is 3389. So you could change your TCP port number if you so desire. You could actually go to change scope, and you could add a specific IP address, because by default it includes all computers, including those on the internet, will have access to this PC via remote desktop. So you could go and you could specify my network subnet only. You could actually go and customize a list, like decide a particular IP address that you would only allow remote desktop. This brings me to the end of my tutorial. Join me again for more tutorials. Thank you.